Welcome to that stupid 90s channel. I'm James, and today we're talking about why, after 23 years since the show last aired, the cast of Saved by the Bell is still incredibly sexy. I mean, look at them. Compare them to Jeff Goldblum and Bill Pullman from Independence Day. If you walk past them in the street, you'd give them your spare change. As a quick refresher, Saved by the Bell was a teen sitcom that aired from 1989 to 1993 with reruns many years afterwards. The show dealt with teen issues such as drugs,
pills? You mean you really are taking drugs?
I need them.
Jesse, give me those.
I need them, Zach. I have to sing.
drinking,
You risk throwing away the rest of your life for a couple of beers?
and even foreshadowed the Trump presidential campaign.
Please, let's keep the fainting to a minimum. I want to be your president. Remember my motto, wherever there's trouble, that's where I'll be.
Zach Morris. Why the heck not?
Here we are just looking at the characters Lisa Turtle, AC Slater, Kelly Kapowski, Zach Morris, and Jesse Sapano. We won't look at Screech or Mr. Belding for, well, obvious reasons. So why do they look so hot? First of all, let's look at the traditional scientific view of what makes a person beautiful. The 5 traits we'll look at deal with face, having blonde hair, finger length, body shape, and smell. When it comes to a person's face, we prefer ones that are mostly symmetrical. No one's perfect. As for the voice, men tend to like women with higher pitch, and women tend to prefer men with a lower pitched voice. And this gender difference is in smiles too. Men like women who smile, and women like men who don't. Men who have longer ring fingers compared to their index finger are hotter, but they also tend to cheat more. Blonde hair. The evolutionary reason here is that since in early human migration, the people who migrated to Northern Europe developed lighter skin, eyes, and hair, which helped them transfer ultraviolet light into vitamins in their body more efficiently, hence giving them better health. If this sounds a little bit master racy to you, the good news is it's not true. It turns out studies show brunettes were judged the most beautiful, but even those studies were done in the UK and Scandinavia, so there's a deep cultural bias that might have led to those results. Body shape. This one is obvious. Men like women with a BMI at or around 20.85%, and women like men with 12% body fat. In an unrelated study, people in hell like ice water. Smell. This has to do with our body's naturally produced pheromones, and I could talk to you about experiments where scientists bring in people and smell sweaty t-shirts, but really most of us cover up our body odors with so much perfume, cologne, and deodorants, it's only worth mentioning in passing. So basically, if you look like Sloth from the Goonies, you're probably ugly. Diet and exercise can only take you so far, and the older one gets, the less attractive most people tend to become. Remember those hobos from Independence Day. Plus, we're not measuring Zach's fingers or sniffing Jesse, not that many of us don't want to, yet we still know after all this time that they are, in fact, incredibly gorgeous. Look at those abs! AC Slater is 43 years old, and you can grate cheese off those abs. So how after 20 plus years is the cast of Saved by the Bell still sexy? They are mutants. That's right. They are genetic freaks. But how? It has to do with something called Methuselah genes, which were discovered by researchers at Harvard and Olay. Named after the biblical character who is written to have lived 969 years old, in the US, 1/5 of African Americans carry these genes, but only 1 in 10 white people. The way Methuselah genes work is slowing down aging through the body's insulin-like growth factor 1 receptors, or IGF-1. One study on IGF-1 was done on Ashkenazi Jews, who can live to be as old as 108. Who are Ashkenazi Jews? They are Jewish people from Eastern Europe and certain parts of Russia. And what faith is the real-life Jessie, Elizabeth Berkley? Jewish. And where does she hail from? Right outside of Detroit, Michigan. Okay, but her parents' heritage is a mix of Russian, Polish, and Austrian Jews, making her Ashkenazi, which means she has a higher likelihood of carrying the Methuselah genes. So how do us regular schmucks get in on this IGF-1 deal? Well, scientists did alter IGF-1 in mice, and the result was an increase in lifespan of 30 to 40%, as well as kicking the can of diseases that come with getting old down the road to the very end of their lives. Great! So let's just all go out and get pumped up with IGF-1, right? Well, no. A number of studies show that people who use human growth hormones that increase IGF-1 in the body actually made them live shorter, more painful lives with such health issues like cancer, heart disease, and arthritis. So for those of us who aren't genetically lucky, we'll just have to, I don't know, die early and uglier? Alright, see you next time. If you enjoyed this video, like and subscribe, comment below, you know the deal.